Charlie, thank you for joining us on RCFC TV. I want to talk to you firstly about the personal aspect of moving to Ross County. Over the past 6 months, how have you had to adapt to completely coming away from everything that you've known all your life?
To start with, it was strange. I wouldn't say difficult, but like I say, it was just strange. Like you say, moving away from home and having pretty much everything done for me. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like I say, moving 8 hours away, living on my own, having to do everything yourself, like food, washing, cooking, just little things like that. And then obviously, like you say, living on your own permanently away from your family. Like I say, well, it wasn't difficult. Obviously, it's hard being away from your family and stuff. But like I say, it's just strange and just getting used to it. And then, but like you say, over time, over the months and stuff, it's got easier, just getting used to it. Like I say, I still miss your family and stuff. That's obviously always going to be the point. But no, it's definitely got easier, and it's just become like a normal thing to me now. To be fair, like I say, just living on my own is normal.
Getting to know you over the past 6 months, you're very grounded.
Yeah.
You're confident in communicating with people, and you have a good personality. Are those aspects that you knew coming up to Dingwall you were going to have to use to get the best out of this experience?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like I say, coming up here on my own, I had to, like I say, use them personalities to come across to people the way I want to come across to. Like I say, being confident. If I'm in my shell and I'm not confident, then people are going to be like, oh God, and judge me like that way. I mean, like I say, that's what people would think. But no, like you say, being confident and being just who I am, that's what I've got to do, and that's what I've done. And like I say, I hope I've passed on to people a good sign and good message of who I am and what I'm about, to be fair.
You're in an area of the park where there is a lot of talent. Mm-hmm. How hard has it been for you to fight for your place here, regardless of performances, goals and everything, but just to keep your head above everyone else and making sure that you're on that team sheet every week? Yeah,
it's definitely difficult. I mean, with the personnel we've got and in certain positions we've got, like I say, we've got quite a lot of midfielders, so it's obviously difficult. But it's just being the best you can be, going out every training session, being the best you can be, knowing that if you're the best you can do, then like I say, it's obviously up to the coaching staff and the manager to see that. But it's like little things like doing extras after, doing a bit of shooting. If it's a little bit of running, if you haven't played, then not getting your head down. Obviously, you're going to be frustrated if you don't play. But it's like I say, keeping your head up and working out a little bit harder. Little things in the gym, just going in there every morning or doing little things just to, like I said, just to make that bit better of yourself. But no, like I say, because of the personnel we've got, and like I say, in that certain position, there's quite a lot of us. It's definitely difficult because, like I say, there's quite a few midfielders, but just got to keep doing what you're doing and show your talent on the pitch and off the pitch, to be fair, because obviously it all counts off the pitch as well. And then hopefully the coaching staff and the manager sees that and takes it on board.
Although it's at times been a challenging season for Ross County, there's been some really historic moments in there for the club as well. First win at Celtic Park, a massive win here against Aberdeen that you scored in. But I think one of the biggest ones that typified it for us was the win here against Celtic just a couple of weeks ago. Given the nature of the result and the performance that night, how did you handle the reaction after that? Because there was a lot of praise towards the club that night, and there was a lot of praise towards the players as individual, that when we were in that tricky rut and you're thinking, can we get out of it? Yep. You stepped up to the plate. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, like I say, there's always going to be difficult spells at clubs, like I say, bad run of form or injuries or whatever it is. There's always going to be some sort of, there's never going to be a season full of like joy and stuff like that. Obviously that's what you hope for, but it's not going to be. But I think that game when we beat Celtic here, I think everyone just played without fear. Everyone just went out there and just thought, we can beat these. We know we can. Like, if we stick together, we help each other out. If someone's not having a good game, we pull them apart, we help them out. Just helping your teammates out, I thought, and that's what I thought we did from the get-go, all the way through to the last minute, and I think that's what got us to win. Like I say, we stuck with each other, we dug in. Yeah, it was tough. You know, Celtic always going to have a lot of the ball. Like you say, that's just the way that the game was going to plan out. So like I say, if you just stuck in there, kept it 0-0 as long as possible, you're always going to get one or two chances. and hopefully you can take one of them chances, and like I say, that's what we did on the day. And like I say, but credit to all the lads, like it was a good shift out there and it was hard work, but like I say, it definitely paid off.
You touched on something there that when we came off the field that night, I had to grab you for TV, and you said that your legs were going to fall off. Has Scottish football been harder than you anticipated it was going to be?
Oh, 100%. I mean, before I came up here, I didn't know much about it. I watched the odd games here and there. I spoke to some people, and like I say, everyone has different opinions on it. People had good opinions, people had bad opinions, so it's just all up in the air. And like I say, I didn't really know much about it, but definitely being up here and like experiencing it for myself, it was definitely a lot harder than I thought it would be. Not saying that it wasn't going to be hard, because no matter what league you go to, it's going to be hard. But it was definitely above the standards I thought it would be as well. Like 100%, it's definitely every game's going to be a tough. Whether you're playing Celtic, Rangers, Aberdeen, Hibs, or whether you're playing Hamilton, Kilmarnock, whoever you're playing, it's going to be a difficult game. And 100%, this league's a good league.
You seem to have been a popular choice with the Ross County fans this season. You played your part in, as I say, big wins for the club, scored goals in the process. Do you feel like you've now set a benchmark for yourself in how you play, how you want to play, and really begin to showcase the kind of player you want to be, and you're only still 21?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always set a high standard for myself ever since a young age. But no, definitely since coming here, like I say, having the fans behind you, that's a massive part, because if the fans don't get on with you, your confidence is low, and if you go out there and your confidence is low and the fans not behind you, then you're not going to play well, so you won't be able to show your qualities. So that's definitely a plus, having the fans behind you and supporting you. But no, definitely, like being in, like I say, setting myself such high standards and playing in such good games and high games, and like I say, like you mentioned earlier, like good wins and stuff for the club, that's definitely massive for me. And that's what you say, like I've set that for myself, and I've got to carry on that, because there's no point in saying, oh well, I did that against that team 3 weeks ago, and then it comes to 3 weeks time or the next game and you're nowhere near the standard. It's not good enough. So like I say, just every game I'll just go out there and just try and be the best I can be, try and help the team out as much as I can, and like I say, better my own performance each game.
You said shortly after you joined us in an interview that you felt you had a point to prove to Birmingham coming here on loan. Do you feel in retrospect it was a point to prove to yourself that, you know, you were maybe a bit downhearted that you were going out on loan again when you thought you might have had an opportunity in that squad?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard when I was going to go out on loan, because like I say, I thought I'd had a good pre-season. Personally, I thought I'd done well enough to stay around the squad, not start every week, because that's obviously, it's a lot of asking. But no, I definitely thought I'd done well enough, like I say, to keep around the squad and be involved here and there. But at my age, like I say, last season I was on loan at Stevenage and I played however many games, which was good for me, and I wanted to replicate that again this season. There's no point in going one season playing however many games and the next season being in and around it and in and out of the games. You want to be backing it up each season. So like I say, next season, wherever I am, I want to be playing more and more games than I did this season.
At the end of the season, obviously you'll go back to Birmingham City. When you sit back and you look at the season you'll have had here in Dingwall, what will be the main thoughts and takeaways of your time here?
I'll sit back and I'll say I loved it. I've loved it here. I've enjoyed it. From the bottom to the top, from the previous gaffer to this gaffer, to the coaching staff, to everyone, the kit man, Susie, the kit woman, Fiona, yourself, the players, obviously. Just being around the place, I've been lucky, and everyone's got on with me. And maybe that's because, like I say, I've come out of not out of my shell, but I've come out and been confident and been who I am. But like I say, but if you don't do that, then no one's going to know who you are.
What's your biggest highlight of the season here?
My biggest highlight, I think, beating Celtic at home. That's definitely beating them and getting man of the match for that. That's obviously that's the biggest highlight of me being up here. But then also I can't forget scoring my first Scottish Premier League goal against Livingston. Although we lost, it's still an achievement. And then backing up the week after with another goal against Aberdeen at home and beating them 4-1. I mean, like I say, you look at teams like Aberdeen and all them Celtic, Rangers, and if you beat them, it's also a plus. But then if you score against them as well, it's an even bigger bonus. So no, they're definitely my main highlights. Definitely beating Celtic and getting man of the match, and then also scoring goals. That's definitely the main.
Charlie, thank you for joining us on our CFC TV, and all the best for the rest of the season.
No worries, thank you.